welcome to Paranormal 13 News. Okay, we were just chit-chatting about weird things we could do in front of This is not one of them. We are here at the Loft restaurant in North Andover, Massachusetts, 1140 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. I'm Queen of the Paranormal, Kadrolsha owner, 5-time Paranormal Award winner, yes I am, and superhero of the Paranormal. Got my own comic book and action figure coming out. I'll let Jess introduce herself.
I'm Jessica Rainville, and I'm a paranormal investigator and a voice actor. And you can check out my voiceover stuff at jessicarainville.com.
Hi, I'm Julie Rose. I am a psychic medium, and I'm passionate about the paranormal, and I run an own business, Garden Forever Tarot.
Yes, you do. And you can get into our website here, paranormal13news.com, and check out these lovely ladies and other women. My idea and my view for Paranormal 13 News, along with the network, Galaxy Global Network, Hot Rocks TV, is to be able to empower women. Every 4 shows or so, we like to rotate the women that are on the program as co-hosts to give them an opportunity that normally just doesn't come every day. They all of a sudden become international stars with their businesses in the forefront. You get to know them, their household words, their expertise is solid, and you get to draw on that. And that's what's really exciting about Paranormal 13 News, is not only the news, but it is the sharing and empowering of women here. And I'm so proud to be able to be part of that and think of that. That's a great thing. So Jess she's going to start us off.
Yes, we're going to go to Africa, and let's take a look at this video.
Is it possible someone has captured a living dinosaur in Africa? Or is somebody just pulling our leg? As we can see in the original, the locals captured not a dinosaur, but rather a cheetah. And just behind it here is what probably got the cheetah in trouble with the locals. That's the goat it killed. It happened in Kenya and was reported by a very big and reliable news source, the BBC. So I guess you know what it means about this picture.
So first of all, we'd like to thank Bill's channel for the YouTube footage. And now, let's discuss, why do you think people do this? Why would they say a dinosaur, of all things, was caught in Africa?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
I don't get it.
Well, I think it's mainly for people that don't have YouTube channels, don't have photoshopping, don't have all this. They're in an element where they don't even have TV. And so they get the story that, oh, down the street they captured this. And they believe it.
Yeah.
They believe it, and then it goes viral, and then we look at it and go, oh.
And that stinks, because there is, evidence, things that are actually real, and things like that kind of ruin it, you know what I mean? So you can never really tell nowadays. Everybody's like, oh, that's fake, even if it was real.
It's so sensationalized and all of that. And I remember looking at it and myself going, oh, it's gotta be fake. Who's gonna believe this? And then, seeing how they deciphered it on the YouTube channel really brought some light into it.
And the thing is, like, with social media nowadays, it's like one person sees this, and then next thing you know, it's viral because everyone is sharing it. And you get the people who really truly believe it.
Right, there's some that believe it, or they're sharing it for the absurdity of it. That could be the same thing.
Right.
But, well, I'm glad you brought that to our attention. And Julie, what do you have?
Wow. Holy water. Okay, so people believe that this water from a holy place or being blessed has supernatural power to cast away evil. And I mean, there has been things proven to do that, but what makes it so special? What makes that happen? You know what I mean? And I personally believe it's the power of intention. Let's find out more about it. The scientists have gone in and done tests and everything, and they say that almost 80% of the water has bacteria in it, and even fecal matter and things like that. Yeah, especially when, if it was at a church or whatever, more people are touching it. But it really is the power of the mind. What do you guys think?
Intention, absolutely.
Yeah. I agree with the intention part, and I also, people should wash their hands better. Really. And, when I was reading the story and doing the research too, I'm looking fecal matter.
I know. It's like, oh.
What? And then people drink from this stuff, and I'm like, I wonder you're all sick.
Yeah. And it's almost like you just put all your faith in this water is going to heal me, but No, it does. It's nice that people believe in something, but you got to take more precaution than just that.
I would say so. I do know that when they're preparing and making holy water, it's a process.
Yeah.
And do you know what they do? They block the area with a salt, that white salt that is blessed, or black salt that is blessed. And that's where they get that Italian wives' tale where they take black salt and they sprinkle it over the threshold, so negative energy doesn't come, past it. Well, it can kind of go around it through the window, right?
Yeah.
So do the whole house, go around the whole foundation if you're going to do it that way. But that is really cool.
Yeah, and I just feel like the other, the ones people who actually create, but then there's the actual like fountains and like places of holiness.
Yeah.
I feel like those places can have like natural things coming in, so you have to be very careful. But I do believe if you have the power and intention, and you believe in it, it could cast away something just with your energy.
Yeah, well, they say mind over matter.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you think hard enough and you believe hard enough, then maybe that situation will become true.
Have you ever heard of, there's a water place in Maine, it's Tourmaline Springs.
Oh,
And it's
yes,
water that is purified by tourmaline crystals.
Sure. Yes,
And
it is.
yeah, and so with that water, when you, a friend of mine was like, it's like the best tasting water I've ever had. It's extra wet.
I gotta go.
But I tried it, and it probably is mind over matter, but
Can
it's
you
so
go get me
delicious.
some?
Yeah.
Talk. Thank you.
I want to lay in a tub of
But
it.
it does have
Yeah.
a different kind of a taste to it, but it does. My husband's like, you're getting duped. You're getting duped.
I don't
But
know.
I'm
I don't think so.
To me, I don't care because it tastes good.
Yeah. Well, tourmaline, I always, when you see me ghost hunting, I've got on the different things, I've got like a little pouch, a little fanny pack. And in the front of it is a big chunk of black salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that because it absorbs negative energy.
Right.
So if you're drinking the water, it's absorbing negative energy, maybe even toxins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's
Maybe
delicious.
even purifying the inside of your body to prevent diseases or heal diseases too.
And let alone the crystals. Think about the hundreds and thousands of people who are like, this is healing me, this is healing me. You know what I'm saying? Even with something negative, everybody's like, oh, that's negative, that's bad, that's bad. Over time, that energy builds up and that creates those feelings.
Right, exactly. I agree.
I absolutely agree. I got a really cool story, all right? And it is about a mermaid girl. And what I want you to do is I want you to watch this clip, okay? To see if there's a little bit of twist over here, if it's real or not real. You're going to be surprised.
The baby shown in the video is a real baby and does suffer from mermaid syndrome. What makes this video fake, however, is because this baby is not who they say it is. The video claims this is Shiloh Pepin, a young lady born in Maine, USA, with mermaid syndrome. But in truth, this is another baby named Milagro Cerrone, also born with mermaid syndrome, but in Lima, Peru. Now this girl, Milagro Cerrone, is truly what her first name means in Spanish, a miracle. The pictures show her on the day of a surgery to separate her legs at a hospital in Lima, Peru. The surgery was successful, and thanks to researcher Eric Rivera, we were actually able to find a picture of her walking. As far as we know, she's still alive today.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So that was the little twist. It was the twist of the person that they say she was, but it was 100% real. Did you know that mermaid syndrome, it's a rare congenital deformity, happens in 1 out of 100,000 births.
Oh.
And they usually don't survive past a day or two because they have urinary and bladder function deformities.
That's
and,
true.
and then, of course, infections, and the whole area is sealed up. So it's almost like, not that you want to get graphic, but you have waste, and the waste is, where's it going?
Right,
It's
there's no outlet.
Right.
Yeah.
So they try to do their best and survive. Now, I got a question for you, Bill.
Yeah.
Do you think the theory of the mermaid, way back in even the 1400s when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue and people saw mermaids, I always thought it was because they didn't have enough vitamin C in their hallucinating with rickets. But I'm just wondering if maybe they saw somebody with mermaid syndrome.
I agree.
That somehow escaped the odds and grew up. I don't know.
But how But how would they get rid of their waste if they had mermaid syndrome?
Maybe that particular area had an opening. Maybe it wasn't sealed up all the way to the top, because they have had it during investigations. I've looked at this during research of this. I mean, they've had children that have gone into their teens with it.
Huh.
And they couldn't separate the legs, but it wasn't all the way sealed up to the top. So they were able to go to the bathroom and they have their mermaid costumes on, and you know, like that. So you really wonder if maybe somebody escaped the odds.
Yeah, and especially back then, no one wanted to be seen. Everybody hide that deformity, go in and live in the village way in the middle of nowhere.
Up in the attic or basement.
Yeah, and not only that, I personally believe, who knows back then, like the ocean, we haven't even discovered. I mean, it could just be a creature that almost looks like a human.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You never
a little
know.
bit of both.
Well, you know what? A little bit about
And the thing with mermaids is, like, I've done a little bit of research on this myself, and they say that the proportions of what a mermaid would actually look like if it exists is not what we think it is. Like, you know, they'd have to be like pretty in the upper area and whatnot, so they wouldn't be like the slender, beautiful creature that we all imagine.
And they have big fang teeth, a round head with no hair, and all of that. But then, hey, you're on the high seas and haven't seen a whale in a long time, and haven't had vitamin C and drinking a lot of booze. I would think that looks pretty good too. Look at all the ants.
Look what they could do.
Right? Bad.
So I'm human. I see the crazy things. Sometimes it's all good.
It's the theme of this show.
Yes, that's right.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Russell, celebrity interviewer, and I'm on the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. My story today is about my partner for 46 years, Sal DeGeorge. He passed away from pancreatic cancer. I was devastated. I was under doctor's care. I was lying in bed one night trying to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. I thought I'd go down to the library and get myself a book to read. I went down to look for the Winthrop Woman. I pulled the Winthrop Woman out of the bookcase. It was stuck to another book. The other book hit the ground, and it was open. As I bent down to pick up the book, I looked, and it was Jane Russell's autobiography. Yes, Jane Russell, the movie star. And in it, she talked about her second husband's death and how she was also devastated and what she did to get better. I thought, wow, that's interesting. I'm going to read her autobiography again. As I went up the stairs back to my bedroom with the book, I heard a voice. And the voice said, "Find Jane Russell." I began walking and thinking, I'm losing my mind. And then I heard the voice again, "Find Jane Russell." Well, the next day I did. And then I did find Jane Russell, and we became the very dearest and best of friends until her death a few years ago. Whose voice it was, I don't know. But I suspect it was Sal's voice. And Sal loved me so much, and he was in such pain because he knew the pain I was in. And he vowed he'd never hurt me in my life. So I think he's the one that said, "Find Jane Russell." That's my story.
So we're actually going to talk a little bit about the Loft today. The haunted Loft.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
So the Loft is actually haunted, and there have been a few investigations done here. So let's take a look at some of that footage.
Is that right? That you like just being alone here?
My favorite. Wow.
So they got EVPs
Yeah.
They got pictures.
Yeah.
And honest to God, it was a bar stool down the end over
Yeah.
here.
I
Is
have
that when it moved?
goosebumps now, just thinking about it.
Yeah, you know what? When we were putting this together, I have to thank Brenda Whitehouse, dear, dear girl, and a very good social friend. We hang out and have coffee and stuff like that, and gossip. It's really,
Just like how sweet. I like her.
I really like her. And she got us the place here, the Loft, and thank you so much, Brenda, for that. And then she said she did an investigation. I said, well, get us the footage. And so that's what you're seeing firsthand. She is a top-notch paranormal investigator, and it was a top-notch investigation, and the footage and all the information right here. And can't thank you enough, Brenda. But the EVPs, I heard women.
Yeah, both times.
Yeah, I heard
both
women both times. And so this was an old barn. A woman in a barn milking cows. It could
Right.
be maybe an older waitress.
Yeah, it's funny, when I first stepped in here, like, the feeling I get is like different layers of spirits throughout time, and it depends on like what time of day and year, and like you can feel it, you can feel the energy, and it's more positive than negative. I don't feel like much negative energy.
No, not at all. We feel very positive here and almost like energetic, like we get kind
Yeah.
of giddy and funny.
And like a family atmosphere, and relaxing, and I feel like the spirits that are here, they're very happy that we're doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they
and,
want you here. Yeah.
I think Steve was telling us that they called the spirit Randall.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Randall with
Yes.
a voice. Okay,
Yeah.
this is all good.
See,
Oh, and here comes Steve again.
Yay!
Steve has some food for us
Oh,
here at the
yes.
Loft, 1140 North Andover, Massachusetts. Got the greatest appetizers in the
yes.
world.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for the food.
So Steve, we were just playing the clip of,
Oh, yeah?
of you in the investigation, and you were near this table. What was that about?
So the investigation, the video of the chair or the video of the...
You walked in the room, and it was kind of like near a table, and you sat down.
Yeah, and you were, like,
Well, it looked
bending
like the
down.
table went over or upside down.
I don't know. I can't remember that.
Okay, we'll talk about the chair then.
Aliens.
So the chair that went around.
Yeah, so originally before we remodeled the bar, there was swiveling chairs, like bar stools. And basically what happened that day was my PM bartender came in to start setting up. He was setting up, walked down to the far end of the bar, and one of the chairs had basically swiveled and swung around and smashed into the side of the bar.
Oh.
It caught his attention. And you actually see it on the video clip, he
Yeah.
actually stops and
Yeah.
turns around
Yeah.
Wow.
and looks back. So, and we've
Oh,
had
that's cool.
various other activities in that same spot of the bar.
Well, I'm going to have an activity right now. I want to eat this. Can you tell us what this is?
Yeah, so we have our roasted potato side. I got some roasted mushrooms over here.
Oh,
Salad
goody, good, goody.
with
Awesome.
some bacon. Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Enjoy this.
Thank you.
I'm going to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Hey, Lulu, don't be shy. Come on up. I know you like the mushrooms. Oh, no. Excellent. And my assistant, Lulu. George, you come up and grab some. And we have Julie up next, and she's going to be talking about
The Mothman.
Oh, I love the Mothman stuff.
I love them too. You know, it's almost it's classic. A lot of people believe in the Mothman. It first started the story first started out in like West Virginia back in 1966. There was sightings, a couple seen them, and then all of a sudden some other people seen them, and they kept seeing glowing red eyes and this being that was like a birdman almost. You know what I mean? And then it was like a moth. And then they say that it has a lot of almost like a prophecy. If you see the Mothman, something tragedy will happen, and then the collapse of the bridge. So let's look a little bit of this. We have a sketch.
giant thing sitting on the side of the road. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, that thing is huge. I didn't know what it was. So as soon as I drove by, it lifted off and its wings were giant.
No.
And I'm like, I think it might have been an owl. I don't know. But it was huge. And I'm like, it's the Mothman coming to get me. That was my first thought. I mean, I don't know what it was. In all likelihood, it probably was an owl. But I thought it was the Mothman.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened after.
Oh my God. I've got something. How can you see a ghost? All these paranormal investigations and all this stuff going on, it's very rare you actually see the ghost. Oh, they'll tell you about it all right. Oh, I saw this and I saw that and everything. But how do you do that? How do you get in a position where you can actually really see one?
Yeah.
You know, I've got some suggestions.
Yeah.
I think that, for one thing, you got to go to a haunted place.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? That goes without saying, because hopefully there are ghosts there. And bring a camera.
Yep.
Bring a witness.
Mm.
Can I get a
Witness!
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love you.
Anyway, you need a witness. You need a paper and pen. You got to document it. Cell phone recording. I think, for the most part, you see them out of the corner of your eye.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you look quick and then it's gone. It's almost like they want instant verification. You look, they see you, you see them, gone. And so you validated them, and that's really all they wanted. But, you know, a lot of people say, I've never seen a ghost in my life. And I'm thinking, like,
How do you know?
how do you know that person walking down the street isn't a ghost, or isn't
Right.
a time traveler, or isn't, you know,
Yeah.
something? So you don't know, but you can go to locations, and you can kind of like pepper the whole thing. So hopefully you can see a ghost in real time, not just through the cameras and the videos, but actually see it with your eyes. Have you ever seen one with your eyes?
Not with my eyes, but my mother has seen one in my house.
Oh.
She saw a shadow figure in my house.
Oh.
And so, and there's a particular room, actually, my office.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that, I mean, I've had some creepy little things happen, but my mother has said she's seen this shadow figure in that room, and it actually threw a bottle at her.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't like your mom.
I
Is it
don't know.
related to your husband?
I don't think so.
Hey, you never know. You know,
I
the
have-
ghosts can get away with things that we humans can't.
I have 5, like, very, very old cemeteries surrounding my house from, like, the
Oh.
1700s.
Okay, so somebody there that likes
Yeah.
you but doesn't like her.
I don't know, but very
But
strange.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
ghosts?
I've seen ghosts.
Okay,
Yeah, you know, I've literally walked into places and seen like a person and then they're gone. The thing is on paranormal shows and things like that, they're trying to get proof. But I know it in my heart that they're real, and I also believe, like you said, like you can meet people and they're almost, they could be ghosts, they could be angels, they could be demons,
Yeah.
and it's almost like you can't prove it to yourself, to someone else, or even yourself, unless you feel that and it resonates with you.
Right.
And so if you, like you were saying, take the camera, but you also need to have the right timing and go back again and again and again.
Oh, you could do that
Yeah.
too, and I think that's all great. I have a quick story. I saw when I was driving in a car. I was driving near an old poor farm where I used to live. This old farm, it was a town, poor farm. I looked to the side and I saw a man in clothing of the 1800s. And I had my son with me, and we both turned again, and it was 100% gone. So say what you will with that. I did see that, and we have got I'm getting, the wrap it up. This is Kadrolsha, owner, Queen of the Paranormal from Paranormal 13 News. I'm so glad you tuned in. Again, our sponsor, our anchor sponsor is the Loft in North Andover, Massachusetts, 1140 Osgood Street, North Andover. These great girls, Jess, Julie. See you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh yes.
So good.
Ooh, mushrooms.
I want to try one of those mushrooms.
I can't stop eating the mushrooms.
Oh, these are good. Laurel, come and
I
get
need to get
some.
one more before you.
These
Oh,
are
sorry.
really good.